Are alcoholism and depression linked? Yes, any form of substance abuse, whether it's alcohol or drug abuse or misuse, can be tied in not only with depression but also with anxiety. Anxiety and depression are very, very common in the population to start off with. A lot of people end up using drugs or alcohol to deal with their depression or anxiety. But what happens, even though maybe in the short term it might help, like for example social anxiety, a lot of people call alcohol a social lubricant. In the short term it might help, but what happens is the next day anyone who's had a hangover understands that they feel very anxious that next morning. They feel physically unwell and mentally unwell, and there tends to be a lot of stress associated with it. So alcohol and drugs may have a short-term gain of helping to deal with anxiety and stress, but in fact they contribute to it and make it worse. So it's a double-edged sword. It's not a good idea to use alcohol or drugs to deal with the common mental issues of anxiety and depression. There are much better ways to deal with it. The bigger question is what's going on that's causing the anxiety or depression in the first place? That is the bigger issue, and this is why mental health and substance misuse are so intricately tied together. So this is where the real solution starts, and that's speaking to your family doctor to let them know what's going on. Some family doctors are not equipped for this, but as we're getting better and younger, more experienced physicians on the side of addictions and mental health, they'll be more amenable to giving proper and adequate treatment. So to let your family doctor know, and if they're not cutting it, then to get a referral to a specialist, an addictionist. If that's not working, or you can add to see a drug treatment counselor, who these are generally highly experienced people out in the community. They're usually associated with a rehab. But as I said, the bigger issues are what's causing the stress and anxiety or the depression. Is there a simple fix? Could it be a sleep disturbance? Could it be that a person is ruminating, thinking so much at nighttime that it's impairing their ability to sleep? And if a person does not get good sleep, this is more likely to lead to anxiety and depression issues. Add to that being hangry, as the new word goes, but being hungry and angry tie into each other. So just like children, we become fussy as adults when we have not had a good rest, good nutrition, good sleep. So to summarize again, yes, alcoholism, drug use, substance abuse in general is definitely intricately tied in with anxiety and depression. That's the chicken and the egg thing, but one thing is for certain, that substance misuse will worsen the anxiety and depression.
If you or a loved one are looking for help with substance abuse, call our 24/7 helpline at 1-800-615-1067. A caring addiction advisor is awaiting your call.